What is going on? I'm Zedmont. That is the Proto Crab intro that was done by Supercell. Very, very well done. Their animation team is on point. Big fans of their work. Now, I got some beefs. This Mega Crab was... it was really fun. I don't think it was done as well as it could have been. I think it was the worst managed Mega Crab. I don't know if that's the Boom Beaches team or the developing team, or if it's they're too worried about warships. But I got some beefs. So let's get into Dr. T, and we shall talk about the gripes that I have. Number one gripe, there was no global leaderboard. The global leaderboard was still for the Hallowed Mega Crab. It still said Cryo Crab on it, but it was the Hallowed Crab. So a little bit unfortunate. It sounds like Crab with a Plan. That's W-I-V, which is why I sound funny when I say it. I think they grabbed the number one global leaderboard spot, but there's no way to confirm it. So a little bit unfortunate. A lot of hard work went in, and there's no global leaderboard. So maybe that'll come out later. Maybe it was forgotten. Maybe it wasn't reset. I don't know. But it was a little bit unfortunate. It's always nice to peek on the global leaderboard. Gives a little bit extra incentive for people to push, and the fact that that wasn't there was a bit disappointing. Now, I said it before, but the lack of stage boosts, there were no stage boosts. I would have really liked to see like Proto Troop speed or Proto Troop damage or something like that. But that might have made things too ridiculous. They might have gone on to stage like 140 or something crazy like that. So it might have been actually a good thing for people who were pushing, because otherwise it just might have made things too easy. I don't know. That's a very minor beef. I think it would have been fun, but at the same time, I don't think it was completely required, because let's be honest, the Lazortrons were the complete and utter MVP of the Mega Crab. If you were not using Lazortrons, and I know I said that prototype troops wouldn't scale and all that stuff, but Lazortrons were the MVP. If you were using Lazortrons, you likely got very far. Troop combos that were very useful were things like 6 Lazortrons, 1 medic, and 1 critter cannon. So the stage-specific boosts, it's a minor thing. I definitely would have liked to see them, but maybe it would have made things too easy. I don't know. Anyways, and then another beef was, or these are, like, to say beefs, it's, come on, I'm overcomplicating things. But the fact that that intro video always drops as soon as the Mega Crab starts, and it didn't drop for 2 days after the Mega Crab started, which was kind of weird and unfortunate. Not a huge deal yet again, but just a sign of that kind of worries me. I'm hoping that they didn't just set and forget these crabs, and then and so it's just going to be this bit monotonous and forgotten and stuff like that. I know that they're busy with warships, but the game that's here now needs some love as well, which is why I'm complaining. I hope that makes sense. I don't want to be this guy who complains all the time, and I don't think I am for the most part, but the fact that the Mega Crab seemed like an afterthought a little bit, like they just dialed it in or phoned it in, kind of worries me. So that's why I figured I'd complain a little bit, see what you guys thought. And then the last part was the biggest annoyance for me, and that was the fact that the trader left before the crab ended. Like, over here, if you're on the west coast of Canada, or on the west coast of the United States, or in Hawaii, or even in central Canada, the trader left before the crab was over. Now, I don't want to turn this into a geography lesson or something ridiculous like that, but I have to assume there are a significant amount of people who play the game on the west coast of North America. Anyways, I logged in with like 5 hours left in the Mega Crab, and the trader was gone, so I couldn't buy the prototypes, which was a little bit frustrating because it's a prototype Mega Crab and I couldn't get the prototypes. So I think the trader also showed up a day early, which wasn't required, so I feel like maybe they tried to figure out the time zones and have the trader come appropriately, but made a mistake. I can't think of when the trader usually comes and leaves. I think it usually comes on Thursday and leaves on Sunday, but it came on Wednesday and left on Sunday, even though the crab goes till... I don't know. I just know that I couldn't get the prototypes and I wanted the prototypes, which was unfortunate. So hopefully those are minor complaints really in the grand scheme of things. The crab itself was fun. Having all 3 prototypes was fun. Lazortrons and critter cannons were up. Rainmakers, the most popular of the prototypes. I used Rainmakers like once, and the only reason for that was because it was all boom cannons by the core, and they outranged them and finished the core for me. But Lazortrons were the #1 troop to use, and I really enjoyed them. I really sort of miss those crabs where we didn't have a hero, where people had to smoke troops a little bit. I would like to see a stage or 2 like that. Like, there's a couple stages where you can solo using Zookas, but for the most part, it's all about Bullit. And I'd really like somehow for there to be a crab that wasn't all about Bullit. Maybe Bullit gets sick for a crab or something. I don't know, but not obviously small details. But it'd be kind of cool to have that be a thing. But maybe you guys like the fact that it's like operations are all about smoky troops. So maybe the fact that crab is not about smoky troops is a nice refresher for you guys. I would like to see a little bit of smoky troops used a bit more in crab. I mean, I did smoke some Lazortrons here and there, and I used smoky riflemen and smoky heavies and smoky Zookas and stuff. But yeah, just at that point, that's just like, we're talking about like my 1% complaints. These are just the hopes and dreams for future crabs. The big thing were those 4 that I mentioned, though. And even then, the per stage bonuses is completely debatable, because those higher level players probably, like, at some point you like the fact that you run out of attacks and you're done. You don't want to spend all weekend and get to like stage 400 or something like that. At that point, it's just like attrition. So let me know what you thought about the crab. I know I am thinking about details that no one is probably. I'm just trying. I get stuck looking at the big picture too much, and I probably worry too much about the health or state of the game. But please do let me know what you guys thought about this crab, if you enjoyed it, if you got far, if you didn't, if you liked the Proto Troops, if you didn't like the Proto Troops. All of those kinds of things, because I like you guys' feedback. You guys always have different perspectives on things, and you always get me thinking about things that I wouldn't think of on my own otherwise. So let's throw an artillery on our troops because we can. That is all 7 stages of the Dr. T with the extra crystal for artillerying our troops. It's not actually from that, don't try it. I just figured I'd point out why I do not have the Proto Troops. I would have liked to have them. Obviously this count is less of an issue because we're on New Zealand time on this one, but my main is on West Coast time, and it was a little bit frustrating to see no Proto Troops available for the end of crab. So anyways, that's it. That's all. Bit of a gripe fest, bit of a, I was gonna say a B fest. I'm allowed to say, like, I just, the internet and me confused. I'm trying to keep this G-rated, so we'll carry on. But nonetheless, the Mega Crab is gone. It's November. I'll do a review video in the next bit. For now, I just wanted to have a gripe session. Thanks for listening to me whine and complain for a bit. Let me know what you like, what you thought, what you liked, what you didn't like, and how you think it could be better for next month. That's it. That's all. I'm Zedmont. Thanks for coming in to another Boom Beach video. Peace!